Good day and welcome to the Red Corner Show. I'm Shamila Ramjawan, a global award-winning entrepreneur, founder of the Princess D Menstrual Cup, Olympus International Awards, and the Red Corner Show. On this global show, we continue showcasing people who have made significant contributions in various fields, willing to share their stories. Today, we are thrilled to introduce our guest, who is no stranger to the Red Corner Show, Professor Anjum Nazir Qureshi, who is an accomplished academic, researcher, and multi-award winning professional dedicated to education, social impact, and personal development. She serves as an assistant professor at Rajiv Gandhi College of Engineering, Research and Technology, Maharashtra, India, and is a renowned freelance trainer, motivational speaker, certified life coach, meditation trainer, international certified career coach, parenting coach, global speaker, and NLP practitioner, and the list goes on. Professor Qureshi's dynamic approach to education and coaching empowers individuals across diverse fields, making a significant impact globally. Welcome, Professor Qureshi.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Shamila. It's really been great and feeling really honored to be on this show. Thank you very
I'm so happy to have you on the show again. I think I last spoke to you about 2 or 3 years ago. And so we're going to have a really great chat. And, as I mentioned before we went live, this show is unscripted. We talk, we chat, you share your journey with the audience. And you've had quite a journey. So I want to dive right into it. Let's talk about your professional journey. So you have an impressive academic background in electronics and communication, energy management, and psychological counseling. How have these diverse fields influenced your career path?
much. Yeah, thank you for the question. It's really a very good question because a person from an engineering background and then going to studying something like psychological counseling, it seems strange sometimes to people. But being an educator, not just being an engineer, but being an educator, this helps a lot. Yes, the kind of research that I keep on doing, I keep on learning because I believe learning should be continual. So I keep on learning new subjects, I keep on learning new topics, and especially I keep on exploring the new areas of research that are available in my field of electronics and communication. Then it was by mistake I can say that I did an M.Tech in energy management system due to some ignorance, I can say. But that is again which I enjoyed a lot because I could somewhere blend that electronics part and the energy management system part. And nowadays, even I am doing my research on how the technologies like the IoT and the AI they can be merged with the renewable energy system. And then coming to psychological counseling, in fact, like reading about psychology is important for each and every educator because the students that you have in front of you, they are human beings. We need to understand them well. It is not just about going to a class, delivering your lecture, and coming out. If you understand the psychology, their body language, the way they are behaving in the class, it says a lot. So it is much beyond that. Like you go and you deliver a lecture, but if you understand the students very well, you can help them to come out of it. And moreover, in the presently, if you see, there are many students, the youth especially, because I work with youth. There are many youth who are into this mental health problems like anxiety, depression, and all that. So if the educators know it and they're very close to their teachers, so if the teachers understand this helps a lot. And this is how it has helped me to grow as an educator.
Mhm. Absolutely. I can so relate to that because I also did the NLP practitioner's course, and it helps us. It really helps us in the classroom. And like you said, yes, lots of the youth these days have mental issues, and that's due to stress and not managing their time effectively, And there's so many factors, various factors. But yeah, well done on everything that you've done so far to inspire the youth. So you've been recognized among the top 20 influential researchers in Indian higher education. What do you think has been your most significant contribution to academia?
Yeah. Um, Significant contribution is it is not just getting qualified as top 20 or top 50. Well, I think there must have been more researchers, but I don't know. But what I feel is that as a researcher, the first thing that you have to pay attention is to that your research should be something that it benefits the society, it benefits the people around. And regarding the academics that they speak, yes, it helps because once the students know that, okay, this is someone who is much into research, and the students are very much interested to it. And after that, I actually became a mentor for many students around me, those who are interested in research, submitting their research papers, making their projects. So I helped them, and I grew up as a mentor after that. Before that, yes, I did some research and I put it, I got a patent, I got some research paper, and but once I got listed as first in 2020, it was I was among the top 50, and in 2021 I came in top 20. So this all my knowledge, because knowledge sharing, once you share your knowledge with them, and I grew up as a mentor sharing knowledge with my
Wow, that's
Wow.
amazing. You always want to share. I think it's so important to impart that knowledge. And just staying on that, you've been a multiple award-winning educator and researcher. What challenges have you faced in the education sector? Now, I also come from the education sector, and we all have challenges, but what challenges did you face and how did you overcome them?
challenges. Challenges have to be there, and for me, challenges are nothing but kind of opportunities that we have. When we face those challenges, for the time being, we may feel, a little bit disheartened. Oh, why this has happened to me? But for the challenges, uh, especially when you are into education sector, what I feel is until you embrace inclusivity, you handle disparities, and you eliminate gender. Sorry, there is a correction. Until you embrace inclusivity, you handle diversities, and you eliminate gender disparities. You are providing only education, and you're not providing quality education. So these three terms, inclusivity, diversity, and gender disparities. So this is somewhere which I always remember. Yes, of course, especially being into engineering, where a few years ago it was considered to be completely a male-dominated sector. It was in India, especially if I say very few women came into this engineering field and then developing a career into this. That was difficult. But I said, I always believe, yes, always have a good mindset. Not just positive, but a growth mindset that you have to believe that, yes, I can do it and I have to go forward with that. So this helped me handling all the challenges.
Absolutely. I think my takeaway from there, the most important part was the growth mindset. So let's just sticking onto the growth mindset. You've put together 29 research papers, 9 book chapters, and 4 patents. Now, can you share insights on one of the most impactful research projects that you worked on? I'm working on a research project now, and this is my first publication, and you've done 29. So, can you take me through that journey? Because I find this most challenging at the moment.
Yes, actually, my basic research area, which I concentrate nowadays, is using Internet of Things. And I'd like to share my uh, work which I did in PhD. In that PhD work, it was improving the quality of services in IoT networks, that is Internet of Things, the networks for Internet of Things. And that was basically for medical application. IoT has many applications. We can be using it for many different areas, medical applications and the healthcare applications.
Okay.
In IoT, basically, I can just tell in a few sentences because it is really vast. It works like remote health monitoring system where you don't need to go to the doctor. You will be having a device or some chip on your body, uh, just imagine like you have a smartwatch kind of thing. You have a band, and that band will help to continuously monitor your health parameters like your body temperature, your blood pressure, your sugar levels. But uh, if when there is some kind of fluctuations into that, your blood pressure goes below, very below, becomes very less or very high. Doctor gets a notification, and the doctor can give you advice. He can advise a medicine. He can advise a medical treatment. So when these kind of informational things, then so there are chances that the hackers may attack. The hackers may hack your system, and if the hackers hack the system, it can be very dangerous because they can even change the data. So you can know it is going to be very dangerous. So my work was like how we can prevent this attacks. And while we are trying to prevent this attack, one thing that was observed is that there are some parameters into the IoT network that we have to actually calculate. So these parameters will also get disturbed. So there was a lot of work which went on how to prevent the attacks, but while preventing the attacks, how to maintain those parameters, like the delay time, the transmission time, the having more energy efficient networks. So I worked on that was one thing that I did.
Wow, that is so interesting, but it's too technical for me. And I think I told you this before as well. I need to start understanding all these terms. But well done. That's incredible and it's so impressive. Just going on to your certifications. Now you've got multiple certifications, including the NLP practitioner, life coach, meditation trainer. And as you mentioned, you would use all of this in the classroom as well. How do you integrate these skills in your work as an educator and speaker?
Is it really helps me both as an educator and a speaker. Even as an educator, when I go, I just then I see the students. Like one of the certifications which I have that is also in body language, non-verbal communication. That is another kind of certification which I done. So I just see like okay now today the students are not so much interested, just listening. Like I tell something and they listen, and that 1 hour lecture is over. So what we do is we will study the same topic, but we will have some kind of activity. Okay, this is the topic. So immediately, I'm giving you 10 minutes. Try to make a role play for that. So they get up and do. So they just talk and they just they make a role play. They come up with role play. They come up with songs. The same topic, the technical topic. They explain it with the help of a song. They explain it with a role play. Sometimes they have presentations on it. So this really helps me. And even as a speaker, when I go as a trainer, as a guest speaker, so I will always have something with me, like some kind of card or some chocolate, something. So especially when I am in the youth, I know that this generation, they are not so patient where they will sit calmly and listen to you for an hour. Like we must have done it, but now these youngsters, they can't even, they can see a reel for not more than 30 seconds. So I always have such things like if, just have some cards and tell them, okay, what is this? And they will. So even that interaction goes on, they enjoy. Otherwise, if someone comes and speak, okay, can be giving a very good content, but they are not able to listen for a longer period. So all this which I learned in my different certifications, so I use those techniques with them, like some kind of exercises using your fingers or some kind using some cards. So then they enjoy it and it becomes an interactive session, whether it is my class or whether it is on this lecture. So all the certifications have really helped.
Yes, it's amazing what we can do with the students. I read something on Instagram last night on the tapping method and how you can release tension and pressure and get your energies and blood flow. And today in class, we did the tapping, and it was just so amazing because, it's always good to break that ice as well. and teach these students different things and introduce different things as well, because not everybody will see it. But we had so much of fun in class, and focusing on the outcomes based education, where students have to do the research. We don't want to get them bored in the class, so I also bring in lots of activities, lots of role plays. I think it's so important for them as well. So, just sticking with technology and psychology, which is quite fascinating to think about the mix. How do you see the role of emerging technologies like the buzzword AI in the fields of education and mental well-being?
Yeah, in the field of education, of course, it works a lot. In fact, many of the tools like the Google tools and all that we have been using, many of us don't know that they're basically AI tools that we are using. In the class, AI tools, when we use for designing a quiz for the students, you give a quiz, and immediately after the quiz, the result will be in front of them. Like, for example, if it is a 50 marks quiz, and the student has gained 40 marks, the student has gained 30 marks. So we can be using it in class. And there are also some kind of applications which we have to purchase actually sometimes. And then the students can use it. They can use it to evaluate themselves. In engineering, in the final year, when we go for the campus placement, we suggest them to have such AI platforms because those AI platforms are even free. Many of them are free. Well, if you go for a premium one where you have to pay and get that software, then you'll be having more facilities with it. But even for free, you'll be getting many software. So we tell them to practice their communication skills, like facing an interview or facing group discussion, facing an aptitude test. So this we help them in this, and for other subjects also, like they can go and search for their projects, they can design new projects. So this is how AI will help them, and then writing down their research papers. Well, sometimes students, but well, their first preference is always ChatGPT, but we advise them that okay, you can be using chat gpt such kind of tool, but just to gain some knowledge, just to have an overview of that topic, but don't rely on that. Like, you simply copy that content and paste it and submit it as a project, that you shouldn't be doing. Just go, you just try to get some knowledge from it, and then try to write it down or present in your own words. So that is how it will help. So this is how we help them in using AI in the field of education.
Yes, I think it's important for them to write out stuff first,
Yeah.
and then put it through AI just to get the flow and the grammar and the spelling correct. Yeah, that's what we do in class as well. And I think, what really works for me as an educator as well is to play Kahoot. So we teach through Kahoot as well. And that is also really, interesting for the students. It's really like a fun kind of game to play, and also the quizzes.
Yes.
We do the quizzes as
Yeah,
well.
they enjoy.
Yes.
We
So
have such kind of things, well, they can just access it and they play it and they enjoy because again I said those people they don't like the traditional one where someone is just going to speak, so they need all such activities.
absolutely, it's just a variation of things. Otherwise, they get bored too quickly in the classroom. So we just make it very exciting for them. So, Prof, many of your contributions are both in technical and social domains. How do you balance research-driven innovation with real-world societal impact?
Balancing this innovation, yes, that is a very interesting question because as I always say that okay, I am from engineering and my branch is electronics and communication, and I think always into that way. But if you really want to use innovation, if you really want to use your research, then you should be using it always for the benefit of the people. That is what project is learning that we use for the students, where the students are told to identify the real life problems uh, that are there in the society and how they can be solving them using their technical skills. Well, for innovation or research, it doesn't always require to be from an engineering field or a science field. You can be from any brand. Even if you are a student who is studying only the art subject, even then you can come with the innovation. But what we do is we tell the students that even I follow the same thing. That is, we just see, okay, this is something which needs a solution. So you start working on it, and that is how, because we have to also think about the social impact. For example, I come with a device. I feel like, okay, this is having so and so features, but we have to also look at the drawbacks of it, whether it is impacting our health, whether it is impacting the environment. This also those things that we have to think of. And this is the reason why nowadays the terms like circularity and sustainability, even for AI, when we are using AI, when we are using IoT, I've written articles and I've written papers on how you can maintain circularity and sustainability using this technology. This, and this is the need of the hour.
Yes, absolutely. Wow. So you're a global speaker. You've been on many platforms, speaking and training as well. So what are some of the most pressing topics you focus on when addressing diverse audiences?
My favorite topic while speaking is, of course, my area of interest, like Internet of Things and artificial intelligence, and then how we can be using blockchain with it, and then energy management system, renewable energy. Technical side, these are my favorite topics that I like to speak. Well, I also like to speak, especially for the youth and the girls, like speaking on mental health and not only because I have done certifications like this life coach or psychological counseling, but I feel that because I am with the youth for nearly half of the day when I am in college, so I know that what are their problems, what are they going through. So it is, and when we talk about development, like nowadays we are discussing so much on sustainable development goals. But
Yes.
any kind of development that you have, uh, if there is no awareness, there will be no development. So what I feel is that when I speak on topic like mental health, on education, on women empowerment, in fact, I just don't like to speak only on women empowerment, but I mix up somewhere topics like gender equity and gender mainstreaming, because women, I feel that only talking about women empowerment is not that effective. You have to mix the terms like gender equity and gender mainstreaming into that so that it has effect. So I speak on various topics, but those are some of the favorite that I always like to speak on because I feel that if you want to have development, you need awareness, and somewhere my talks can have awareness among the
Yes, yes. Love that. Awareness is bringing everyone. Um, just on being a parenting coach, a lot of people don't know what a parenting coach is. In today's digital era, what are some parenting challenges you address in your coaching sessions? Now, for me, the interest is, who do you coach?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
So, as a parenting coach, I saw this in your bio, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just interested to know, in today's digital era, what are some of the key parenting challenges you address in your coaching sessions, and who do you actually coach?
Well, if we talk about parenting coach, it is not just the parents that we meet, but there should be some sessions where the parents and the children should be together.
Okay.
And when we call children, it is not just very small, like even 18 plus and all, because parenting for the kids and for the teenagers, and then even those who are beyond 18 and all, it has different requirements. But
Mhm.
one of the key challenges that we are facing somewhere the integration of technology. This is a very big problem because the people are using their phones, especially the phones, and then there are even other devices like your people are spending so much time on not only on chatting or social media, but online shopping, online games, and everyone in the house is busy with that. So due to that, the emotional connect that a parent and child must have, so that is missing. And due to that, there are many problems, especially the relationship conflicts that they have. So this needs, you know, this needs more guidance. The people need to know more about it, and they don't know. They sometimes they don't realize that all these problems have been created by them because they are relying so much on a device. That device has been created for you. You have not been created for that device. This they need to realize. So this is somewhere we need to focus on. Otherwise, in the coming years, like now there are centers for substance addiction. If
Yes.
we don't pay attention to this, in the coming years there will be centers to overcome digital addiction. So I feel that we shouldn't be going to that phase. So there should be more awareness for the parents as well as the children.
Yes, absolutely. And are the parents willing to come into these sessions? And are these sessions arranged by your university?
Sorry, I think I missed your sentence.
Okay, so are the parents willing to come into these sessions, and are they arranged by your university?
Yes, the parents come, but one thing I noticed that if you are taking such counseling sessions with the parents in the school, when their children are at school, they are more attentive and they will come without fail. But for calling the parents also, when their children are studying in universities or in the college or in the higher education institute, that time it is a challenge to bring the parents to listen to this, though they also require it. But of course, when in the school, they will surely, most of the parents are there.
Okay,
In
that's
fact,
great.
last Saturday, I was there in a session with the parents. So they come and they listen because they also know that, yes, they need it.
Awesome. So it's well coordinated, and I'm sure they want to get their kids on the right track as well. So, what role does mindfulness and meditation play in personal and professional development, especially in high stress professions like academia and research?
Yes, not only academia and research, but nowadays everywhere we see when we are a professional, not just professional life, but even in personal life, we have a lot of stress.
Uh-huh.
So, the first thing that we need to know is nearly 99% of the diseases that we are having, all the disorders, some are diseases, some are disorders, 99% are. So if you want to relieve the stress, so this is one of the techniques, the mindfulness and the meditation. There are many different meditation techniques that are being preached by different groups. But I don't mind, like, okay, any kind of meditation technique that you follow, some like heartfulness, mindfulness, chakra meditation. There are different types of meditation. Any kind of meditation, let the people follow. But one common thing about meditation is where you can, just sit and know yourself, self awareness that we call. Because knowing yourself, knowing your strengths, your abilities, your positive things, your strengths, weaknesses, that is where we get a chance when we sit and we meditate. Just close your eyes. And sometimes it is very difficult for the people because I have seen, and we just give an instruction. Okay, if you're not able to close your eyes, don't close, but just sit quiet for your minute. Because if we don't tell this, sometimes they start disturbing others. I have seen they are not able to close their eyes even for 5 minutes. Well,
Correct.
it can happen. Sometimes it is difficult to even to close your eyes for 5 minutes, but with practice it goes on. And
Mhm.
this is very important. Because like if you start running, if you're running or you're jogging, at a certain time you feel tired and your body needs to rest. Similarly, our mind, our brain, they also need some rest. Because every time our mind is full of thoughts, like even now, like we are into this, but somewhere in our subconscious mind, we must be thinking of something. Like you must be thinking of some your class that you have to take on. I am thinking of okay, what I have to make for dinner or something else. I'm just giving an example, but our subconscious mind keeps on thinking. So
Yeah.
this has to be brought to rest somewhere. Like our body is tired, so even our heart, our mind, our emotion, they need some control. And for that, meditation is very, very important. And with this, we develop so many of human qualities like compassion, gratitude. This all develops automatically. So this is very, very important, and I think everyone should start following.
So important. And it's so good for your mental health as well. So,
Yes, of course.
to the audience, self-awareness, self-care, very, very important. Prof, we've come towards the end of the show. We're running out of time, and I could go on talking to you forever. But with such an accomplished career, what's next for you? Are there any upcoming projects, books, initiatives that you're excited about?
Yes, of course, I'm very much excited. Firstly, because again, I'm into writing a book that will be somewhere. I will like to mix it, like the technology side and the sustainability and circularity that we talked about. How does the new technologies that we're having, that IoT, blockchain, quantum computing, how all these technologies are going to help you in achieving sustainability or achieving the sustainable development goals. That is where which, I'm trying to work out on it. And no, it is not that easy. And secondly, creating awareness among the youth, and especially the rural youth. That is which I am focusing on, and I would like to continue with it. And I feel like every small effort that I do, whether it is an online lecture, offline lecture, or some workshop, or even writing an article, many of the articles I write, keeping my students in mind. What the students require now, like how you can be using AI for placements, how engineers can be made more employable. And most of the times, I keep students in my mind and then start writing it. So any effort that can help the youth, not only at my place, but across the world, and we can make it.
Love it. Absolutely. Yes, we always put our students first. And finally, Prof, what message would you like to leave for aspiring researchers, educators, and professionals who look up to your journey?
My message would be you have to be consistent in whatever you do. Like we say the term discipline. So, discipline is being consistent. But it doesn't matter what you like. Like it is like if you are into research, you like to go more into research and do it. So be consistent into that. Whatever you like. Even if you want to make your career, if you're very good at dancing, if you're a very good dancer, so be consistent in that. If you're a very good painter, be consistent in that, and try to give your best. Do stop comparing yourself from others. Try to improve yours. Like today, if I can be doing I can paint, I can complete my painting in 2 hours, and the next day I should come up with the same perfection in 1.5 hours. So just improve ourselves. And the most important thing is, if you want to be consistent into that, you can't be achieving anything without sacrifice. You have to sacrifice a lot of things, your desires, sometimes your vacation, and your food, your sleep. There are many things you have to sacrifice if you want to achieve something. If I think that, see, because health experts say that I should be sleeping 8 hours a day to have a very good health, and if I follow that principle, then I don't think I can't be able to work. So not every day, but some days I will have to sacrifice my sleep, and instead of 8 hours, sometimes only 2 or 3 hours, or even less than that, I will be sleeping so that I achieve my target. So yes, being consistent. And the second is learn to sacrifice your desire
Yes.
and get it done.
Absolutely. Unstoppable women actually sacrifice a lot, and
Yes.
you one of them. So yes, the takeaways: be consistent. Yes, focus on your passion as well. And yes, and that's how you're going to grow and develop. Professor Anjum Nazir Qureshi, thank you so much for coming on the chat and sharing your journey and inspiring everyone. I'm sure lots of students will watch this and be intrigued by what you had to share. And I wish you the best of luck. Do you have any last words?
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I hope that everyone should believe in yourself. And the first step starts from there. Just believe it, and having this very first step is very difficult. And we know that the journey of millions of kilometers, it starts with a step. So believe in yourself and keep that first step, and you can achieve it.
Absolutely. Believe in yourself. So important words. Thank you, Professor. And to the audience out there, thank you for watching this. I hope you've been inspired, like me. And if you would like to be on the Red Corner Show, please drop me an email on redcornershow@gmail.com. Until we meet again, thank you so much. Bye.